The allure of fame, power, and scandal is undeniable, and when combined, they create a narrative as gripping as that of hip-hop mogul Sean "Diddy" Combs. With a story filled with criminal charges, wiretaps, leaked audio, and dramatic courtroom battles, Diddy's ongoing saga seems crafted for the spotlight, making it almost irresistible to any true crime enthusiast.
Audio has surfaced as part of a lawsuit that accuses Christian Combs, Sean "Diddy" Combs' son, of sexual assault. The music mogul is not accused of sexual assault in the lawsuit, but is included over allegations of liability and aiding and abetting. The lawsuit cites audio from a makeshift recording studio on the dock during the alleged assault happened. This is the latest in a series of lawsuits filed against the rap mogul and businessman. Both men, father and son, deny the allegations against them. CNN national correspondent Camila Morgal live with details on this. Camila will more Hey friends, so in this audio that CNN has specifically hear the accuser who allegedly being forced to take a tequila shot that she believed was laced with
Tense courtroom showdown, Diddy's legal battle has reached a crucial juncture, with the stakes higher than ever. As new audio leaks surface, adding more fuel to the fire, the tension surrounding his case intensifies. The courtroom, already charged with anticipation, now grapples with the revelations brought by these recordings, painting a more complicated picture of the mogul's fight. Amid the legal wrangling and media frenzy, one pressing question lingers. Has Diddy, once known for his unshakable confidence and resilience, finally cracked under the immense pressure? The world watches, waiting for the answer to unfold.
Sources indicate that the 55-year-old rapper experienced a meltdown while incarcerated at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, New York, where he was taken for observation due to mental instability. The music mogul, arrested in September on charges including racketeering, conspiracy, and trafficking, was reportedly hoping to secure bail by now. Spending the holidays behind bars was a nightmare for him, an insider told The Sun, noting that Combs managed to regain composure through meditation and deep breathing, although it took several hours to calm himself. Contrastingly, another source dismissed the meltdown claim, emphasizing that the father of 7 has remained resilient amidst serious allegations. A legal expert highlighted the significant disparity between Combs' previous lavish lifestyle and his current circumstances, stating the stark contrast.
Free on the morning of September 16, 2024, the music mogul, who had long been at the forefront of shaping the entertainment industry, was taken into custody on a series of grave charges. His arrest sent shockwaves throughout the world of music and beyond, leaving fans, colleagues, and industry insiders stunned by the sudden turn of events. Known for his groundbreaking contributions to hip-hop and his influential role in the business side of the industry, this individual's arrest marked a dramatic shift. His reputation, which had been built over decades of success, was suddenly called into question. As details surrounding the charges began to surface, the entertainment world braced itself for what would surely be one of the most high-profile legal battles in recent. With the future of his career hanging in the balance, all eyes turned to the unfolding case, eager for answers and clarity.
The U.S. Justice Department unsealed charges against Combs on Tuesday that alleged he had threatened and coerced women and others around him to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. Prosecutors said that Combs, that's P. Diddy, the real name, carried out his scheme by relying on the employees, resources, and influence of the multifaceted business empire that he led and controlled, creating a criminal enterprise whose members and associates engaged in and attempted to engage in, among other crimes, sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. Prosecutors say that in times relevant to the indictment, Combs engaged in persistent and pervasive pattern of abuse towards women and other individuals. The abuse was at times verbal, emotional, physical, and sexual.
Or racketeering, sexual abuse, and sex trafficking are just a few of the serious allegations now stacked against the once celebrated mogul, painting a chilling picture of manipulation, power, and exploitation within the entertainment industry. These disturbing charges suggest a web of control, where victims were allegedly coerced and used for personal gain. As the case unfolds, it reveals a side of the industry that many have long suspected, but few dared to acknowledge. One where the pursuit of fame and success can come at a staggering cost. The accusations against him go far beyond mere legal matters. They touch on deeper issues of systemic abuse, with far-reaching implications for the way power operates in Hollywood and the broader entertainment world. As more details emerge, the true extent of the alleged crimes becomes clearer. leaving a trail of devastation that may forever alter the public's perception of the industry's inner workings.
Racketeering, sexual abuse, and sex trafficking are among the grave accusations stacked against him, painting a harrowing picture of manipulation and control within the entertainment industry.
Sure, so I think we all saw those headlines back in November 2023 of Cassie Ventura filing her lawsuit against Diddy. That's what got all of this steamrolling. And I've been following the case since then, and obviously we've seen in recent months there have been so many lawsuits against Diddy accusing him of drugging, and just more than 40 of those, and a lot of them do date back to the 90s. So I've been looking into that area of his career in particular, trying to find out more about the makings of P. Diddy, or Puff Daddy as he was known back then, and trying to find out from people who used to work with him and people in his inner circle, were there potentially early warning signs about some of the allegations that we're seeing now? And as I mentioned, some of these allegations of drugging and do go right back to the start of his career in the 1990s.
It's not just the gravity of the charges that has captured the public's attention, but the relentless stream of shocking revelations that continue to surface. Each new disclosure seems to add another layer of complexity to the already troubling case, fueling public curiosity and stoking suspicions. As more details emerge, they only deepen the mystery, raising fresh questions and casting doubt on previously held perceptions of the music mogul. The constant drip of information, from confidential leaks to unexpected testimonies, has left the public both fascinated and disturbed as they try to piece together the full story. With every new twist, the case becomes even more captivating, further blurring the lines between truth and rumor. It's this ongoing barrage of revelations that has kept the public on edge, eagerly awaiting the next development, unsure of what the final outcome will reveal about the individual at the center of this unfolding scandal.
But it's not just the charges themselves that have captured attention. The steady flow of shocking revelations has only intensified public curiosity, feeding suspicions and raising new questions at every twist.
We told you from the jump that baby oil was a big thing in the whole Diddy scandal, that the Fed seized 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
And it is the thing that people have talked so much about because it was such a bizarre...
So odd. And remember, we spoke with Mark Agnivolo, his lawyer, on one of our documentaries, The Downfall of Diddy, on Tubi. And we asked him about it, and he didn't quite know what to say about it.
He kind of made a joke.
He kind of made a joke about it.
Right.
But now we know at least what one of the accusers in a civil lawsuit,
A brand new accuser.
a brand new one, is saying the purpose of the baby oil, and it's not what we thought.
No, this accuser, who's filed as John Doe, says that the baby oil was late.
Newly leaked audio recording has ignited a firestorm on social media, sparking widespread debate and speculation. While the authenticity of the recording remains in question, the contents have already caused a massive stir. The tape allegedly features Diddy, alongside other high-profile figures such as Meek Mill and Beyoncé, engaged in a conversation about the serious accusations levied against him. The release of this recording has further fueled the growing intrigue surrounding the case, with fans and critics alike dissecting every word in search of clues about the mogul's involvement in the charges. Some are quick to dismiss the audio as a fabrication, while others believe it offers a glimpse into the truth behind the headlines. Regardless of its validity, the recording has captured the public's attention, adding another layer of drama to an already gripping saga that continues to unfold in the spotlight.
Beyoncé's audio leak admits participation in Diddy's parties. Are these signs she was involved all along? Recently, an audio recording of Beyoncé was accidentally leaked, revealing that she not only admitted to frequently attending Diddy's parties, but also claimed that those who were harmed weren't entirely innocent. She stated that everyone who attended the parties did so voluntarily, insisting that no one was forced. She even suggested that any harm they suffered was ultimately their own.
What makes the leak even more captivating is its timing, emerging at a critical moment in Diddy's trial preparations. Released just as the legal battle heats up, the timing has led many to speculate about the motives behind this high-stakes audio drop. With the case reaching a pivotal juncture, the recording's sudden appearance raises questions about who might benefit from its release. and whether it was strategically timed to influence public opinion or the proceedings. Some wonder if the leak is an attempt to sway the narrative before the trial even begins, while others suspect it could be part of a larger effort to tarnish Diddy's reputation further. The stakes are undeniably high, and the timing of this revelation has only added fuel to the fire, amplifying suspicions and fueling even more curiosity as the drama unfolds. The public is left to wonder, what's behind this carefully orchestrated release?
Now, the emergency hospital visit came just hours after federal prosecutors slapped him with a superseding indictment in his federal sex trafficking RICO case, adding 2 more victims and extending the time period for investigators from 2008 going back to 2004, meaning they have 4 more years in order to continue investigating possible additional allegations. Now, all of this taking place, as it seems every week there's another docuseries or documentary being cranked out about Diddy, which criminal defense attorneys who try cases in the Southern District here at the federal courthouse tell me can possibly taint potential juries that are going to hear this case when it gets going in May. Now, he will be back in the criminal case here in this courthouse in about...
Could this be the moment that finally cracks the enigmatic persona of one of hip-hop's most powerful figures? For years, Diddy has carefully crafted an image of unshakable confidence and control, commanding respect within the music industry and beyond. Yet, with each new revelation, the carefully constructed walls around his public identity appear to be crumbling. The charges, the leaked recordings, and the constant media attention have forced the public to question what lies beneath the surface. As his legal battle intensifies and the drama unfolds, many wonder if this is the beginning of the end for the iconic mogul's carefully guarded mystique. Is this scandal the key that will expose the real Diddy behind the public mask of success and power? With the stakes higher than ever, the world watches closely, waiting to see if this will be the turning point that forever alters his legacy in hip-hop.
Diddy leaves the Metropolitan Detention Center jail in Brooklyn. New reports say he was taken to the hospital for a few hours last week to get an MRI. We're just now learning about this, though, because Diddy was taken from the jail late at night, actually using the cover of darkness to keep his trip on the down low.
What has now evolved into one of the most captivating true crime stories of recent times, Diddy finds himself at the heart of a legal battle that challenges the very notion of celebrity power. As the music mogul faces an array of serious charges, including racketeering, sexual abuse, and sex trafficking, his case has quickly escalated into something far beyond a mere criminal trial. It's become a confrontation between the immense influence celebrities wield and the systems that are supposed to hold them accountable. Diddy's high-profile status only adds to the complexity of the situation, as his fame and wealth make every new development more explosive. The case raises difficult questions about the intersection of celebrity culture, power, and justice, forcing both the public and the media to reckon with the consequences of unchecked influence. As the trial progresses, the stakes grow ever higher, making this one of the most high-profile cases in recent history.
The lawsuits against Sean Diddy Combs continues to stack up, and it should be no surprise at all who the latest batch is coming from. And that, of course, being Texas-based attorney Tony Busby. Now, Busby made his mission clear back in October that his firm planned to file more than 100 lawsuits against the disgraced mogul. But now he's in a rush to meet a March 1st deadline. Why? Because that's the last day the law in New York allows victims of past sexual assault file civil lawsuits despite the statute of limitations being up. So let's break down the latest allegations. Now, we have to mention these accusers did not use their real names in the court filings. Instead, they are referred to as Jane or John Doe. In John Doe's complaint, he alleges he was drugged and sexually assaulted at an after-party in Los Angeles in 2015.
Inside the federal court in Manhattan, this case is beginning to feel like the script of a gripping film, with each new piece of evidence adding layers to the complex mystery surrounding Diddy's legacy. The courtroom drama unfolds with all the intensity and intrigue of a high-stakes thriller, where every revelation takes the story in unexpected directions. As testimonies are heard and evidence presented, the once glamorous image of the hip-hop mogul is increasingly overshadowed by the troubling charges against him. With each twist, new questions arise about his past, his power, and the true nature of his influence within the industry. The trial has captivated the public's attention, not just because of the charges, but because it challenges everything people thought they knew about celebrity culture and the realities behind it. Diddy's future and his place in hip-hop history now hang in the balance, with each day in court unraveling more of the truth.
Let's continue our attention to a major headline taking place in New York City and the pre-trial hearing continuing on in this Sean Diddy Combs case. A pre-trial hearing taking place some 138 days before trial. Let's be joined right now here on the ground in New York by Fox 5's Lisa Evers. Lisa, thank you so much for joining us here on Live Now from Fox. What can you tell us about what took place inside that courtroom today?
Well, Andy, everything so far is going very smoothly, but you can be sure that's going to change in the months ahead as they get close to that May trial date. But Sean Diddy Combs got a break today from the dismal lockdown atmosphere of the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn by appearing here in federal court for this pretrial hearing.
Despite no formal conviction being reached, the gravity of the allegations against Diddy, some of which date back more than 20 years, seems to be taking a toll on his demeanor. The weight of these long-standing accusations has likely caused significant stress, as they involve serious claims that have resurfaced after many years. Even though the legal proceedings have yet to result in a conviction, the public scrutiny and media attention surrounding these allegations appear to be having a noticeable effect on his behavior. Diddy, once known for his confident and larger-than-life persona, now seems burdened by the intense focus on his past actions. The ongoing nature of these accusations, coupled with their potential impact on his reputation and career, likely contribute to his current state of visible unease. Whether or not these allegations will lead to a conviction remains uncertain, but their presence in the public eye is undeniable.
So Sean Combs' legal team has just raised, I would say, a new issue, sort of new issue to the court, and we're going to address it right now. And it concerns, of all things, believe it or not, access to a laptop while he's in the Metropolitan Detention Center, the MDC, where he's currently locked up while he's waiting trial next year. And before I even go into the defense's letter, I said it was new, but really, this is an issue that has come up before. You see, Sean Combs' defense lawyers, they have argued that the conditions at the MDC make it incredibly difficult for him to properly review evidence in the case of the trial. And yes, he has a constitutional right to prepare for his trial. But they have been arguing for quite some time that because of the incredible amount of material in this case, you really can't do it without a laptop. He needs a laptop to review everything. I mean, this is a massive...
12 legal experts point out that high-profile trials often trigger emotional outbursts, which can shift public perceptions and introduce unpredictability to the process. The latest charges against Diddy, including 3 counts of trafficking and exploitation, have cast a significant shadow over his career. Such serious accusations can not only affect the individual involved, but also influence how the public views them moving forward. The emotional strain from these allegations, paired with their potential consequences, complicates the ongoing legal proceedings and adds uncertainty to Diddy's public image and professional future.
Other artists and executives at the label would request for women across the states to be flown into the studio for sex.
It wasn't uncommon to fly women in from around the country. Well, not around the country, but it could be like 2 or 3 hour flight away, type of thing, to have sex with people in the studio.
Prosecutors allege that Diddy orchestrated illicit encounters through his business empire, including his famous label, Bad Boy Entertainment. These encounters reportedly involved the exploitation of women, with some cases allegedly involving male sex workers who facilitated these activities. The accusations suggest that Diddy used his influence and resources to arrange and profit from such exploitative situations. These serious allegations have raised concerns about his actions within the entertainment industry and have added to the growing scrutiny surrounding his career. The legal proceedings continue as these claims are investigated further.
Defendant Sean Combs, a prominent entertainment mogul, exploited his power to sexually, physically, and psychologically abuse plaintiff over more than 5 harrowing years. Combs caused plaintiff's life to spiral into a living nightmare.
The accusations against Diddy extend further, claiming he used a combination of illegal drugs, such as cocaine, ecstasy, methamphetamine, and psychedelic mushrooms, to manipulate and control his victims. Prosecutors allege that he exploited these substances to coerce women into participating in illicit activities, offering promises of career advancement and financial rewards in exchange. These disturbing claims suggest a pattern of manipulation, where the use of drugs was reportedly a tool to maintain control over victims, while luring them with the potential of success in the entertainment industry. The allegations continue to fuel public and legal scrutiny of his actions.
Piece that we almost always see in pink or pink cocaine is ketamine, a dissociative drug, something that makes people feel like they're detached from reality. The second component is a psychedelic.
Bill Bodner is a former DEA agent. He says despite its name, oftentimes there is no cocaine in the toxic mix of drugs, which includes synthetics like ecstasy, methamphetamine, and benzodiazepines. The drug, also known as 2C, acts as both a stimulant and a depressant.
Very, very cheap to make, and they can kind of tailor the drug to what the drug user is looking for, the perceived effects that the drug user is looking for.
In the stark contrast between Diddy's once invincible public image and the seriousness of these charges has sparked a media frenzy, blurring the lines between legal proceedings and tabloid drama. Once seen as the epitome of smooth confidence, he now appears visibly shaken. His emotional reactions serve as a clear reflection of the immense pressure mounting on him. The intense public scrutiny surrounding the allegations seems to be taking a toll, altering the way he is perceived, and intensifying the spotlight on both his personal life and professional career.
Well, I'll tell you that yesterday in court, Sean Diddy Combs showed up smiling. His whole, well, not his whole family, his children, all of his children and his mother who traveled from Florida were there. Oftentimes he would turn around and look at them at the end of the hearing. He was blowing kisses at them and saying thank you. He was comforted by his attorneys. It was odd to see him smile so much. It seemed like he was optimistic, and many of us were wondering whether he would be bailed out, but there is still a bail appeal pending in his case after a judge had rejected a $50 million bail package.
Some analysts speculate that Diddy's emotional unraveling could be a strategic attempt to garner public sympathy amid the ongoing legal battles. They suggest he may be trying to humanize himself and sway public opinion in his favor. On the other hand, some believe his emotional response is a genuine reflection of the immense personal toll this case has taken on him. The pressure of the accusations, combined with the intense media scrutiny, may be weighing heavily on his mental and emotional well-being. The true nature of his reactions remains a subject of debate among observers.
We're going to try and minimize the amount of time he spends in very, very difficult and I believe inhumane housing conditions in the special housing unit of the Metropolitan Detention Facility. And I'm going to do everything that I can to move his case as quickly as possible.
While some dismiss the leaked recordings as nothing more than a distraction, others believe they could reveal a deeper pattern of behavior that has haunted Diddy's career for years. These recordings, which have stirred public controversy, may offer crucial insights into his actions and character. Critics argue that they could expose a troubling history of misconduct, while supporters contend that they're being blown out of proportion. Regardless, the controversy surrounding the leaks has intensified the scrutiny on Diddy, raising questions about the true extent of his past behavior and its impact on his career.
And he was 19 when he got that job, and he rose to this really senior role as talent director. So that's where he got his start. And Jimmy was basically describing to me how Sean Combs had a bit of a temper. You know, he used the language that Sean Combs acted like a brassy kid in the office. You know, if he didn't get his way, he would bang his hands on the table. You know, he would start yelling like this kind of immature, naive 19-year-old. And, you know, Jimmy was thinking about some of those incidents. And, you know, at the end of our interview, when I spoke with him, he sort of said to me something that many people have been saying. You know, they've been questioning, did I know the real Sean Combs, a man who has constantly reinvented himself over the decades? And he said something really poignant. He said to me, you know what, Rihanna, People could think that Sean Combs is a monster.
And currently detained at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center, Diddy awaits his trial set for May 5th in Manhattan Federal Court. This moment has the potential to become a pivotal turning point in the ongoing discussion about accountability in the entertainment industry. With high-profile figures like Diddy under scrutiny, the case could spark further debate on the need for systemic change in how the industry addresses allegations of misconduct. The outcome of the trial may not only shape his future, but also have lasting implications for the industry as a whole, influencing how similar cases are handled moving forward.
The US judge has ruled that the rapper and producer Sean Diddy Combs will stand trial on federal trafficking and racketeering charges in May. He'll be held in prison until then. Sean Combs has pleaded not guilty to charges that he used his business empire to transport women and male sex workers across state lines to take part in recorded sexual performances. If convicted, he could face a life sentence.
Diddy's attorney, Mark Anif, has remained firm in his defense, asserting that his client is committed to fighting the charges. Anif argues that the evidence presented so far misrepresents what were consensual interactions, and he intends to prove Diddy's innocence. Emphasizing the importance of due process, he contends that the allegations are distorted and do not reflect the true nature of the events in question. As the legal battle unfolds, Anif's defense strategy focuses on challenging the accusations, seeking to clear Diddy's name and restore his reputation in the face of public scrutiny.
I understand that the government has a great amount of electronic devices that they have to download and provide to me, but everything's on the government's timetable, nothing's on the defendant's timetable, and they're going to have to accommodate me and him and give us a quick trial, and I'm going to be pushing for that. He's ready, he's focused. He has been ready to defend this case since we first found out about this case. Nothing has changed from his perspective. I obviously would much prefer to fight this case with him out of jail, and we are going to try to bring that about through additional legal process.
Sean Combs' son Christian, known professionally as King Combs, held his grandmother's hand as they left the courthouse with his other siblings.
We want to hear from you. Anything you want to say at this point.
Judge Arun Subramanian acknowledged that his mother Janice Combs came from Florida for her son, and that his kids also traveled to be in the same courtroom with him. Combs' attorney Anthony Rico sat by his side throughout the proceeding. He's handling the appeal of his bail denial, which is a separate case in the appeals court.
He's making an adjustment. He had his family here today to support him. We really want to put an end to all of the clowning that we see on the internet. This is a serious proceeding with serious consequences.
With the trial date quickly approaching, the courtroom has become a battleground where every whisper and side glance fuels speculation. Each moment of the proceedings adds to the growing tension, intensifying public debate over what will happen next. As Diddy faces serious charges, the courtroom drama is attracting widespread attention, with every detail scrutinized by the media and the public. The anticipation surrounding the trial only continues to build, making it a focal point for discussions about accountability and the potential outcomes that could reshape not only Diddy's future, but also the broader entertainment industry.
Nobody came out to defend Diddy. All these celebrity crazy guys, nobody came. They brand. It's all about the money. They saw what he did to Cassie. With the kicking, the punching. They saw what they did to Cassie. They know that nobody in America liked that. So now, these people are represented by a brand. Whether it's something about the music, clothing, movies, they're not gonna come out and speak on nothing that has anything to do with them. And they praying that they not on the tape doing crazy stuff, being oiled up in the whole 9 yards. They praying. So until the feds say, hey, yo, listen here. We got you on, hey buddy, we got you on the tape, and the girl looked like she was pretty young. We're not gonna show it, but we need you to come and testify against Brother Love, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, you know, John Combs. That's when they're gonna start talking. And they're not gonna be talking in his face. When the feds come to them and show them what they got on tape. Because if he had 250 tapes all over, 250 cameras all over the house, somebody got caught stealing a cookie out the cookie jar. It could be your favorite pastor. It could be your favorite politician. But they didn't think they was being watched. And Brother Love was watching.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't even came out and said anything. Him and Diddy was real cool.
Amen. Amen. Yeah, man. And I know the people in the congregation over there is shaking in their boots because this man then led them probably, allegedly, led them to damnation because those people's hearts are going to be broken if that man is seen on those tapes doing anything. Because people always put their faith in the pastor instead of putting their faith in God. And what they need to do is understand that he's just a man. And he has a history. It's not looking too good for him.
So you feel like celebs are worried that they might be?
Oh, they know. That's why they ain't speaking up or saying nothing. Yeah, I was at the Diddy party, but I know I ain't do nothing. When you don't know somebody's taping you, when you don't know that somebody is videoing you in some kind of form or fashion, and you got that alcohol, you got the drugs in you, they're a little loose, bro. They let down all their inhibitions. The music is pumping. He said it himself. He got it so hot in there that you gotta take your clothes off. He said that himself, bro.